G'day legends, in this video we're going to be talking about Chael Sonnen, and I have a theory that he is trying to set himself up with a future boxing match against Conor McGregor. I'm going to go through some of the breadcrumbs and why I think it is leading to Chael Sonnen's plans of meeting Conor McGregor in the ring in 2026, maybe late 2025. So, recently, Chael Sonnen has come out of retirement very quietly, very quietly, but he is clearly out of retirement now because there are two Chael Sonnens. There is Chael Sonnen, the sports commentator, fighting analyst that sort of sits on the sidelines and observes. But then there is the classic Chael Sonnen original, Chael Sonnen salt and vinegar. The Chael Sonnen that we all bloody fell in love with, you know what I mean? And this is the one that's actually in the ring, in the fights, and out there picking fights with different fighters and looking to build up some momentum going into his fights. Recently, Chael came out of retirement and just sort of very quietly announced that he would be having a fight with Anderson Silva, okay? But that entire fight with Anderson Silva seemed to just be a promo fight to lead up to a George Masvidal clash somewhere in the future as well. Chael Sonnen might be making absolutely dead YouTube comment lately, but if there's one thing that he can do, it's use his mouth to get into a fight.
Tito, go ahead. Tell him what I do so well.
Well, he talks well. His mouth has gotten him every fight, big fight that he's had.
Tito always says I'm using my mouth to get my opportunities. The only person I know that made money using their mouth is his ex-wife.
You're a fucking punk, dude. Class.
That was a nasty line.
No
by
class. He's in fucking jeans and a t-shirt. No class.
They don't call you the bad guy for nothing.
And with all the action that has been happening out there in his old division outside of the UFC, or even with just some of the old heads going around, you know, you've got Masvidal fighting Diaz, you've got Roy Jones Jr., they're all getting paid, like Tyson's back in the ring. I feel like Chael believes that he can take Conor's ego into dark waters and do what Chael would call a night of business with it, all right? Which, for Conor, I don't really particularly love that, all right? We're talking about Chael Sonnen here, okay? Conor McGregor can't win a fight with his bloody sneakers right now, okay? Conor can't even win a scripted fight at a roadhouse, right? Chael is one of the GOATs. He's undefeated, undisputed. He's never lost a round, yeah? So, to get Conor into a fight, Chael has gone back to what he knows best. And it's something that he's openly been teaching us about ever since he started his YouTube channel. And that is that the fight game is essentially just the rules of the playground. So the first thing that he does, and I don't know how he didn't get in trouble for this because he said it on a ESPN show on a subscription service. It wasn't just like his YouTube channel where he could talk however he wanted. And even then you can't really say whatever you want. But this was as a face of ESPN. So I don't understand how he didn't get in trouble for this. He just went out there and straight up lied. Chael went on his show with DC, good guy and the bad guy, and just said straight up that Conor McGregor might be in, and just said straight up that Conor McGregor might be in rehab. So we'll play that one now so we're all caught up.
What incredible irony that both sides have these massive interests in alcohol and one side is in the middle of rehab for substance abuse, including alcohol. Not that that has anything to do with this. What were you saying, Daniel? Oh, the big guy came out and said it. He wasn't supposed to talk about that. Totally unrelated story. And another guy is in rehab for alcohol and other substances. I'm just saying that's a tough story to tell. Not for nothing. That gets to be a little bit tough, right? Have this proper drink. I'll see you in a proper while because I'm in a proper facility right now watching me not have drinks. I'm bringing up the irony of the point. That's all, Daniel.
And there you go. Look just in that video, right? Just how uncomfortable DC is with that. Because I'm sure DC knows that Sonnen is just straight up lying. Like, I'm sure DC's like they have insider information. I'm sure DC's like, he's not in rehab, mate. That's the first thing that Chael is going to do, is just start talking absolute nonsense. And that draws a reaction from Conor McGregor, which he gets because, of course, Conor McGregor has got a massive ego and he cannot play this game. So, Conor drops a tweet, which says, "Shut your pie hole, you tap from ground and pound," which is very interesting, you know, for Conor McGregor, considering that he lost to Nate Diaz via a choke and that he lost to Khabib via a choke and that, you know, Dustin Poirier beat the piss out of him. Like, Calm down, Conor. You're not the guy that you were. But that is exactly what Chael wanted, right? So Chael absolutely and quickly claps right back. He says, Conor McGregor, a guy who wears dress shoes with no socks, then acts surprised when his toe falls off. And I love this tweet because you can actually read it in Chael's voice. Like, Conor McGregor, a man that wears shoes with no socks and then is surprised when his toe falls off. Anyway, Chael really put down his big card, his big, I'm going to get into a fight with this guy card, when he makes a video where he essentially calls Conor a little bitch. I'll let him say it in his own words, but essentially, Chael Sonnen goes out there on his 1 million plus subscriber YouTube channel and says, Conor McGregor, you're a little bitch.
So Conor McGregor refused my compliment. My compliment was that he had the strength to seek help. Myself, listen to me, who had to pull out of a borderline illegal fist fight opposite Michael Chandler, who's one tough son of a bitch, because my pinky toe is discolored, which makes him look like a little bitch. I would rather you think good things of Conor. He would prefer that you see him as a little bitch who can't fight because he's got a sore toe.
Oh man, I miss this old Chael. This is the Chael that I love. This Chael Sonnen walking around just picking fights. 10-8 Chael Sonnen. You know Chael is at home just thinking of these lines and what he's going to say. Oh God, I love it. I love it. So that's it. That's Chael Sonnen going back to what he knows best, right? Chael Sonnen being a schoolyard bully. Now, why do I think Chael is doing this to lead up to a boxing match with Conor McGregor? Because Chael Sonnen has been at the UFC for a very long time. He is essentially the independent voice of the UFC. Whenever the UFC has a narrative that they're trying to put out there, Chael Sonnen goes out there and spouts that narrative. You can watch this in any number of these videos. The one that is so bloody obvious is Chael Sonnen talking about Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall on his channel. Chael Sonnen literally makes a video and says, I cannot get any traction talking about Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall. Nobody cares about it. Everybody cares about that fight. Chael Sonnen, you are a UFC mouthpiece. So, Chael Sonnen being so closely tied with the UFC, I'm sure he has some background knowledge on Conor McGregor's contract. And Conor McGregor's contract must have a sunset clause in it. All the UFC contracts from 2017 onwards have a sunset clause in it. What is the sunset clause? That is if a fighter does not re-sign with the UFC in like a 5 or a 7 year period, it depends, I'm pretty sure it's a 5-year period, then they are instantly released from the UFC. It's what Francis Ngannou used to get released. The UFC didn't let him go. Francis sat out long enough for his contract to sunset. And I believe Conor McGregor signed his new contract with the UFC around the Cowboy fight, which means we are getting very, very close for the sunset date, which is probably why Conor McGregor bought shares in BKFC so he can set up his own fun fights in his own organization and pay himself whatever he wants. I believe Chael Sonnen sees Mayweather, Roy Jones Jr., Mike Tyson, sees older guys in the game and smells an opportunity, and Chael has just said, fuck it. He's going for it. He is subtly moved from the commentator's position back into the athlete position, and he is trying to position himself to get a red panty night once that contract sunsets. Right, there we are. There is my Chael Sonnen looking for a boxing fight with Conor McGregor theory. If that fight ever does happen, it will be a classic celebrity boxing match that we seem to be getting every 6 months now. It will be a funny as hell press conference, especially with Chael versus Conor. Beautiful press conference, and then just a boring sparring session that we all watch and wonder why we wasted our time doing it. Oh look, there's an Apex card open, tab across. Conor will run circles around him, and Chael will make some excuses and say that he actually won the fight, but good on him. It'll be damn good fun. Get your money, Chael Sonnen. I guess those tax allegations might be true. That's it for this video. What do you reckon? Is there a chance? Put it here in the comments, right? What do you think is the percentage chance of a Chael Sonnen versus Conor McGregor boxing match ever happening in late 2026? Put it down there in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you sat all the way through the end and you're not subscribed yet, why don't you just go ahead and give it a sub, mate? If you don't like the content further in the future, you can always click unsub. That's totally fine with me. Until then, you all have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next video.